What's up, guys? My name is Jomel Socorro,
My name is Jarron Gaddis.
and we are the Wannabe Boo podcast, bringing you the latest and greatest game and anime news, reviews, and waifus for life. Welcome to episode 66.
Which we totally didn't check that this was the correct episode.
Yes, we totally did not check that because I have a memory of a fucking gerbil. And yeah.
But
And
that's
that
okay.
was,
They get the meme now.
did I get the meme? The
I mean,
forgetting episode meme?
yep.
Yes.
I mean, it's less of a meme and we're just fucking brain dead.
No, yeah. You're fucking right. You're fucking right. How are you, John? How was your week? How have you been in the Alabamas of states?
Well, not too bad. School ended for this semester, so I'm pretty happy about
Oh,
that.
that's good. You get more free time,
So,
ish. You know,
I mean,
you
yeah,
work, but
ish. Yeah,
yeah. So
that's
that
pretty
it.
nice. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this extra time other than see if I
I
can't
mean,
try to shit out another video or two.
yeah. That's you could probably do that. Contribute more. Just add on to the pile of trash, which is WBA TV.
Yeah. So we'll see what
So
happens. But
that's.
otherwise, I really haven't been doing much. I've been playing too much League, and that makes me sad.
Oh, you went back to playing League.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, my
You.
friend really likes to play it, and I like to do things with my friends, and he
Ah,
likes to play League, so I don't know.
I
I just
see.
play along.
Huh.
You know, it's ass.
Toxic as usual. What are you, bronze or silver or gold,
I'm
whatever?
not even ranked. I'm level fucking 30, dude.
Oh, is that a good? I don't play a lot of leagues, so I'm not
No,
really sure.
so there's no limit to the levels, but I think the highest is like actually I can't even tell. My friends that play a lot are in the 80s.
Oh, okay. So you're trash then, in that
Yeah,
context.
I'm worse than trash. I have no idea how to play this fucking game.
That's okay. I don't know how to play it either. That's good. That's pretty good. Sounds like you're getting by just fine.
Somehow. How about you, Jomel?
Me, a lot of I've got a lot of stuff going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
First things first. I got a new camera, so
Oh, nice, nice,
yeah.
nice.
I just sent you a photo of it so that just what it looks like. A good $500. It's not too bad.
Oh, it's a real camera.
Yeah, I know. It's a real professional. It's a professional grade camera now. So I can do high quality weeb shit with it now.
Yeah, yeah. As I saw, if you guys didn't see already on the Facebook, and I imagine on the Twitter, Jamal did a photo shoot with our friend Martrell as
Oh yeah.
Miles Morales.
Yes, of course. And that was an enjoyable shoot just because we were in public and Marshall is not really one to catch attention in public wearing a spandex suit.
Yeah, but I mean, people expect it these days. You know, everyone's weirdos.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. And also because like reason why I did this photo shoot for him is because I'm trying to promote myself right now because I am kind of opening myself up right now to some bookings for
Mhm.
Anime Central coming up in like 2 weeks. So I mean, if anyone if
Oh
anyone
yeah.
if anyone is listening and is gonna be going to ASIN 2019, I will be open for some photo shoot bookings.
His
Probably.
butthole will be open.
Yes, my butthole will be open for you to jump right in. I'm probably gonna be doing just one shoot a day, so just three shoots for the whole weekend. If you'd like to inquire, DM slide into those DMs, and we'll get to talk. We'll get to talking. But other than those DMs, where else can they find us, John? If they want to like talk to us about other weeb shit besides
So if you want to talk
the
to us
usual.
or find us or yell at me or yell at Jomel, you can find us on Facebook or Twitter. Just search WANNABeaboo on Facebook or Twitter, like I said. Or you can search that on YouTube, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Listen Notes, iTunes, pick up
You
the
already did
Stitcher
that.
app,
Uh,
the Stitcher app, and any other place that's picked up our RSS feed and or podcast to watch us, listen to us. I
yes,
mean, I guess
and
you could stare at the screen the whole time, but
I guess. But and those of you who know as well, with Asen coming up this year again in a couple of weeks, I will be out in I will be also out in Asen doing a live show during day one during the evening. Unfortunately, Jarron will not be there, physically,
Yeah.
but he will be there in spirit with his weebiness. But don't you worry, I will not be soloing it over there. I'll actually be having a guest of mine, which is also our friend, which we just talked about, Martrell. He will be our guest star for that day, for that week, and we're gonna open up the mic just like we did last year. Open up the mic to you guys. In terms of the topic we'll be talking about that day. I don't know. We'll probably do a change my mind segment or something like your wife who's trash changed my mind. And maybe we can have people
Good
convinced
luck.
convinced that their waifus are not trash.
Convince Jomel that his wife is trash.
My wife who may be autistic, but she's not trash.
She's yeah, that she is.
Like genuinely, she actually is. Like in character, like
Yeah, I know.
in terms of her actual character. For those of you who don't know, yeah, her character is actually quite. She has some personalities that does actually resemble someone that has autism. But I digress. But I'll be at Asen for you. I'll be Asen for you guys out there. Hopefully, we get a little bit more of more responses out there, and I don't know, maybe hopefully pick a fight. Pick a fight with us out there.
Do your
Um,
best.
no, yeah, definitely. But this week definitely we're gonna be. This week is gonna be a little bit of an off week. To spice things up, right, John? Is
Yeah,
that how?
just to put a little spin on the classic formula. I mean, granted, we've gone off topic beforehand, talking about Star Wars and shit.
Yeah, true.
But
But in related to Star Wars, we're gonna be talking about some movies actually.
yeah,
Um,
one in
I
particular.
mean, yeah, well, yeah, one in particular, but also as well as some relating ones coming up. Um, but as everyone already knows, everybody and their grandmother has, at least I hope so. Everyone and their grandmother has probably at least seen Avengers Endgame once, right?
But so here's the thing. It was stated by the directors
Mm-hmm.
that today, Monday, when this video comes out, is the day that things are allowed to be spoiled because it's been what is it, a week or
Uh,
2 weeks since the movie came out.
yes, it has been 2 weeks.
So if you haven't seen it by then, fuck you.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, pretty much. So you guys had a 2 week notice before people can start talking about it willy dilly without being spoiled. So this is the week, and good job on that, John. I completely forgot that the director actually made that into a public thing too. So
That's right.
but I mean we can just jump right in there and let's
Uh,
Let's talk about Avengers Endgame. Dun dun da da. That was my impression of the
first thing,
of the theme.
yeah, it was great. I've boner time, 100%. First thing I want to talk about is how all the female characters of the Avengers are now gonna fuck Peter Parker, and I'm 100% okay with that.
Are you talking about the Ara Ara meme that came out of that?
Yes, I love it. I love it so much.
Can you explain?
So if you don't know what the Ara Ara meme in the anime community, it's anytime there's a MILF like or older sister like female character that descends upon younger men, boys. And
And
when I
they
say descend upon, they
oh,
fucking
fuck.
draw out their inner essence. And by inner
Like,
essence, I mean their semen.
you want to keep going with the innuendos, or are we
No, I
gonna
don't. We're good. No, I mean I ran out. I went right into the innuendo.
the end? You went to the end game. Oh.
Oh, thanks for unsubscribing.
But I can't fucking speak today. Also the other reason why it's also called the RR meme because a lot of those characters, and at least in anime, tend to have the speech pattern of saying RR, which is like translated to like what my or
Yeah,
oh
my
my.
my.
Yeah, it's like that's like a trope, I guess you'd say,
Mm-hmm.
for these character types. So it's kind of like, oh my, look how innocent you are. Let me commence to rip open your pants and consume your essence. That's what Jarron would say.
Yeah. Yeah. So characters like what are some glaringly obvious ones?
Glaringly obvious
Like
ones.
Rangiku from here. So here's one that everybody knows. Rangiku from Bleach,
Sonohora, the Sonohora-san from the.
Sonahora-san.
Is it Sonohora? Yeah, it's the how the keeper, the innkeeper from
Oh yeah,
the
you're
Sonohora-san.
fucking yeah.
Yes,
I gotta watch
she's
that one.
yeah she it's really
She's 100% our Chan. I'm pretty
it's
sure the meme started because of her.
it's she. I gotta say, John, it's the most wholesome show. It's a really wholesome
It's
show.
really not.
Yes, it is. It's
It
wholesome
really
with her.
isn't. She jerks him off in the bath.
No, she doesn't.
Doesn't she?
No.
Or was
No.
oh, no, that was a Dojin. Never mind.
No, that wasn't that. No, yeah, that was that's an actual hentai. You fucking reprobate. No, I had to say, with the way the episodes go, it's damn near close. It's damn near just one penis shot away from a fucking hentai.
Yeah.
Like
But,
even you don't even need if you just show the dick. It's pretty much That's all you really need. Just one penis shot away. Because everything else.
No, because it has to be intercourse. Because you could have like well. Yeah, no. Well, no, because like I don't want to say.
Least.
Yeah, but like let's say if Berserk, all of its sex scenes were animated. You know, like you actually saw it happen, but it only lasted for as long as it did that the actual anime paid attention to. You just saw the actual entrance. I wouldn't call it a hentai if that's literally like maybe 5% of the show. You know?
True. I mean,
I don't know.
In the context of that anime, in the context of the Sonohora anime, though, it'd be in every you'd see dick in every episode, at least if you wanted it to be a hentai.
At that point in time, it'd be an ecchi hentai. Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, she's not fucking them. I mean, as far as we know.
As far as we know, but as far as we know, it's wholesome. As far as I know, it's wholesome.
I mean, it's definitely not.
Anyway, completely sidetracking from the sidetrack here. Endgame. All right, John. I'll open up the floor to you. I feel like you don't. Have you? Do you watch a lot of Marvel films? Because I'm always.
Yeah,
I've
watched all of them except for the Ant-Man movies.
The two of them. So you didn't watch either the two Ant-Man movies?
Wait, no. That's a lot. I've watched all of them except for the two Ant-Man movies, Winter Soldier.
What?
I didn't give a shit about Bucky.
Winter Soldier was the best one, though. It wasn't about Bucky. It was about the entire Hydra thing being infiltrating Shield and spies and all that good stuff. I mean, Bucky was there for it as an aesthetic purpose, but you had spies.
I don't know. It just didn't sing to me. And then there was one other. It was one of the Thor movies because there were three, right? There's the first one, and then there was Ragnarok, and then the one in the middle.
Oh,
which one was that?
I can't remember what the fuck it was called. Dark something, right? It was Dark something.
What happened in that one?
Well, Dark Elves and the Reality Stone. Well, what do they call it? Wow, I'm pulling a fucking blank. Well, essentially, the ether. There you go. It was centered around. It was centered around the dark elf.
Right.
The dark elves trying to obtain. Oh, they obtained the ether, and then they fucked shit up with Thor, and then they end up in Earth, and that was it. That was pretty much it. Dark elves and ether.
And that's when Thor's mom died.
Yes, that was also that too. There was a collapse in the Asgardian kingdom slightly, and then and also Loki took over.
Right. Okay. So I did not see that one.
Dark World. That's what it's called.
Dark World. I did not see Dark World because the first Thor was really fucking cheesy, and I didn't really like it.
I don't even think it was cheesy. I think it was like it was taking itself. I think it was trying to take itself seriously. Like, you know how Marvel, at least with Iron Man, it was pretty fun, and then like like Captain America, that was pretty fun. And I guess they tried to make it a little bit more serious with Thor, The first one.
That also reminds me, I didn't watch Captain America either.
The first one, like
The first one,
the
the
first
very first Captain
Avenger.
America, I didn't watch it.
The
I,
first
didn't, I
Avenger.
didn't watch it. Didn't give a
And
shit about Captain America.
really, who's
Yeah.
your favorite? Who's your favorite Avenger, if anything, right now?
Iron Man. I
Iron
mean,
Man.
in the
Iron Man.
MCU,
Okay.
it's Iron Man.
Is Iron Man? Iron Man. Okay.
Easily, like by far.
I mean,
Robert Downey Jr. did so well as him.
I can respect that. I can respect it. Even though mine is actually Cap. So
I mean, Captain sucks. So
insert,
Civil War.
Yeah, exactly. Insert Civil War meme. Okay. That's fine. I guess that's fine. Jeez. Also, if you don't remember that, oh no, you never saw the first one, right? The first Thor, or you did see the first Thor?
I did see the first Thor with the
Okay.
big, weird, giant, tall alien thing.
What it was like a
The It shot lasers out of its eyes.
yeah, I forget what it was called. It's like a destructor or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
If you people are Marvel fans, I'm weird. I'm sorry. I'm just like butchering all the terminology, and you're probably gonna kill me afterwards. Dude, it's also because
No one remembers. There was a big alien robot.
I don't know. The only thing I remember in the first Thor is that Thor's eyebrows were blonde, so that's why it looks so fucking weird.
Wait, really? Hold on. What?
Yes. If you don't remember, Thor's eyebrows were blonde in the first Thor,
What?
and then they brunetted up as time went on.
I didn't know that. That's hilarious.
That's why it looks so weird in the first
They
one.
were. They just don't look like they're there. That's awesome.
Exactly.
That's fucking amazing. Man, he's had quite the transformation until. I mean, granted, he's fat now, but like.
No, he's not fat. He's thick.
All right, he's thick.
He's Asgardian thick at this point.
Is that what that is?
Asgardian thick, yes.
I think that's as thick as I am. Like that boy got some chub on him.
That's pure Asgardian chub, Jarron.
Right.
Forged by Odin himself, if he were still alive.
Yep.
If any of his parents were still alive, which they aren't.
I mean, they technically don't die.
They're dead in the context of things.
But they come back eventually. They're not dead.
Well, as far as Thor knows, they're dead. As far as we know, they're dead.
No, he said, didn't he said something about like, what did he say?
Well, we're never really gone. That kind of
No. Something similar, but like it's because Asgardians specifically reincarnate or something like that.
Do they? I don't remember. I don't think that was ever explained though.
I don't think it was ever looked into, but he's not. They're not gone. They're just in the ether. I don't fucking know.
In the ether, I
Yep.
guess. I mean,
That's what we'll say. They're in the ether.
You think we can say the same thing about Loki then? Maybe he wasn't actually strangled to death by Thanos in Infinity War.
Well, he's in their timeline.
I mean, no, in the past one. Wait, what are you talking about?
No. So in their timeline,
Yes,
right?
he's dead.
Their Loki died.
Yes,
But when they went back and lost the Tesseract to him, that Loki's still alive. By the way, that Loki's getting a spinoff movie. Or spinoff series on Netflix.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Huh, I didn't know.
Apparently it's supposed to follow him around as he fucks with history.
Wait, what do you mean history? Oh, you mean like what he did when he escaped, and then how that kind of changed that timeline?
I guess, yeah.
That's fascinating. But let's get to the big question here. We've kind of been drifting off back and forth in terms of movies and like conversation here. What do you think of Endgame, Jarron?
I fucking loved it to death. It was so damn good. I haven't. All right, I'm gonna say this now. Call me, whatever. Whatever you want. But the only medium, like animated or video medium, has made me cry was anime.
Okay.
Endgame was the first. Yeah, exactly. Endgame was the first movie that I've seen that just legit made me cry.
Really? You actually cried?
Yeah, yeah.
Huh. May I ask when and how many times? Since there were plenty of moments, I guess.
Twice. It was twice. The last when Iron Man died,
Okay.
and then there was a scene before.
Wait. I mean, when? I mean, what part when he died? Like, after the snap or during the funeral or him
Like
dying?
it was as he was dying.
Oh, okay. When like Pepper was like, "We're gonna be okay," that kind of stuff, and kind of just
Yeah.
him just fading away into the ether.
Yeah, as he drifted away. Oh yeah, no. So it was actually right after, it was that time, and then right after that. It was, so
Mm.
that was the first time when he died. And then right after that when he said "love you 3000" to his daughter. That fucking hit me.
Oh, during his like his will video.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
That fucking got me.
We talking like ugly cry or like that single tear
No, just
motherfucker?
no, just single tear, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's
It was
good.
pretty good. It was pretty good. I felt it. I felt a connection to that movie, and it was great.
Mm-hmm. You can keep going. Yeah, you can keep going about what you thought about it.
I mean, there's that, and then like, I mean, I didn't again because I didn't know what the fuck was going on with the whole Ant-Man situation. Like someone told
Oh,
me essentially
right.
what happened. He was trapped in the whatever,
The
and someone theorized that he'd get out somehow.
the quantum
And I
realm.
figured the quantum realm. I just didn't think it was gonna be fucking Disney that saved him.
It was a rat though.
Yeah.
Mickey's a mouse.
Could you tell that it was a fucking rat? Mickey Mouse is pretty fucking big
I mean,
for a mouse.
yeah, sure. He's also bipedal too, apparently. But
Ah, maybe he can transform. You don't know. You don't know his story.
you're
Maybe that's
fucking
just
right.
his personification in the Marvel universe.
You know what? Yeah, fine. Here it on record. Mickey Mouse saved the MCU.
Well, because here's the thing. I can't. So okay. So here's the whole thing with the 14 million, blah blah blah, whatever. I don't
Yeah.
believe it could have been 14 million. It should have, that number should have been huge.
I mean, 14 million is still pretty
Like
huge, though.
I'm talking billions for the chance that a rat would stumble onto the keyboard of this fucking high tech whatever quantum realm machine in a fucking van and turn it on just by pressing random buttons. What the
Well,
fuck?
I mean, here's.
14 million? There's no way.
I
There
mean,
had
here's.
to be way more.
I don't know. To be honest, I think it's. Well, let's talk about this first. I don't think the whole 14 million was just on that one event on itself.
It had to be. It had to be.
I'm sure
What are the chances?
the whole 14 million to one. But no,
Exactly.
no. But I feel like the whole 14 million is spread out amongst different things. I think the rat thing is probably less than the 14 million, just because
Ah,
the amount of combination is still less than 14 million for that one event alone, and then there's still everything else that had to be put into consideration in terms of that collective 14 million to one. Every little thing where there was um, them figuring out time travel, and then everything else that happened with that time traveling shit added onto that 14 million to one scenario,
I
as
mean,
well
I
as even
get it,
executing the
but like,
plan. So there's still literally that 14 million to one is collectively anything else that could have happened, not just that one rat event.
I'm just saying, Jomel. I feel like that number should have been bigger. Like
Maybe
maybe making it too big would have been like,
too
I
impossible
don't know,
or too of a miracle,
too
too much of a miracle worker.
too much of a miracle, but like, or it would have gone over people's heads because I guess you can conceptualize a million, but like,
Like
like, oh
14.
yeah, it's like 67 billion, whatever.
Yeah, and
I
14
get
million,
it.
it's up there, but
It's up there.
it's manageable in terms of uh what is it, giving it some kind of perception. Like, yeah, 14 million, that's a lot. Yeah,
Yeah, but I don't. I'm just saying, in the realm of possibility of a random rat, not just like, oh, this rat was going this way anyway. It had to be the time period where it would definitely go this way, without a doubt. Going on its path to sit on to walk across this keyboard It walked in, and just the keyboard. It could have landed literally anywhere in that fucking van. It could have landed on the roof and gone somewhere. No, it went inside for some reason and walked across the keyboard. And then the chance that it pressed all the right buttons and switches and knobs and whatever to turn it on. Like maybe in, the Ant-Man and the Wasp, they said all you have to do is press this button and it would do it. Sure. But like if there was a sequence that you had to put in, there's no fucking way that it was 14 million. Because you're just accounting for too much. For too little in 14 million, I think. I mean, yes, it's a big number, but like yeah, 14 million might be, oh, Thanos does this, they do that, they do this. The rat is like a whole nother fucking is a billion on itself.
Hmm.
I'm just saying. But
I mean, when you think about it, though, a lot of, I mean, well, there's been a lot of miracles in the MCU in general.
yes,
So
you're right.
I'm not
But
trying to dismiss.
that
I'm not trying.
one,
I'm not trying to dismiss it, but I mean, you have a point, yeah. But I don't know. I still feel like 14 million is enough, in terms of probability, because
right?
like, I mean, I don't want to go. I don't want to go too deep into it because you have to like consider what like rat population, and then the probability of it being able to enter the van, and then
Right.
probability of like that area specifically being occupied by a certain amount of rats, and then
Exactly. That's
you also
why
gotta
I'm
consider.
saying.
You think it should have been bigger, the probability
That's what
number?
I'm just saying. That's why the number should have been bigger.
Maybe. Though is that the only?
Is is
Was that your only gripe about? Was that like your only gripe? The
uh
probability should have been
that
higher or
was
larger to conceive.
that one, and when Hawkeye and Black Widow went to go get the Soul Stone. I love how, what was her name? The blue
Natasha.
girl.
Oh,
No, blue
Nebula.
girl. Nebula didn't say a damn thing about, yeah.
Yeah, I thought about that
One of you
too.
are gonna have to die when you go there. So snap, snap, finger gun. Good luck with that.
I feel
No,
like,
she
yeah.
didn't say a damn thing.
No, I feel that should have been disclosed the moment he started talking about the Soul Stone.
That was so fucking rude.
She's like, imagine the meetings. Like, all right, who wants to do Soul Stone? And you see Nebula kind of just looking away and making sure she doesn't get picked.
Right, she didn't even say anything when they got back. Like she was like, "Yeah, there has to be a sacrifice," and then it was like, no one's like, "You didn't say anything."
Oh no, I mean, remember
She's
that
just
Nebula was
side
different.
eyeing.
Remember
Huh?
when they went back, that was a different Nebula.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
They still didn't confront her about it. Like you didn't fucking say that. You know, you didn't get upset or like, oh, they just accepted it. Like, okay,
Yeah.
no one told them what they had to do. Are you serious? Just go to this planet and get it. It'll be easy. Bullshit.
I mean, we can have the benefit of the doubt that Nebula didn't completely know.
She knew that Thanos sacrificed Gamora to get the Soul Stone. She knew what was at stake. She just didn't say anything. She literally just said, "Go to the planet. It's in the center of death and whatever. Have fun."
Yeah, because that wasn't a big enough hint as it was.
They fucking were gung ho about it.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, yeah, two normal people are going to space to a whole nother planet. Yeah, that's fucking cool. Sure. Yeah, no, I get it. You don't ask too many questions when you're just saying like, "Yeah, I get to go out into space." Fuck yeah. You're not gonna ask too many questions, but you should. Especially when they say, "Yeah, it's the realm of death." I'm like, "Yeah, So what's the logistics of this operation? How do we
What's
get the stuff?"
what's the catch? You know.
Right.
Like,
What?
yeah. I mean,
Fucking what?
oh yeah, yeah. I think that should have been a discussion in terms of getting the Soul Stone.
I'm just saying that was fucking rude on her part. Cause like for a second there, like I thought
They knew.
that Nebula was playing like the long game. Was like, I'm gonna betray them, and,
Oh
and my daddy's gonna love me again.
no, yeah,
And
yeah.
that's why she didn't say anything.
I thought so too. Like I thought that was gonna be the thing too. Like remember when she was like, we're on the only ones looking for the Power Stone here,
Yeah,
and then when she was saying like, was it my father, my sister, and me? I
yeah.
thought she was gonna like pull a fucking fast one on Rhodey there.
Yeah, that would have been fucking insane. She just fucking stabs him in the throat, like, damn.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh shit, there's more death. What? What? She used
Like,
uh,
that would have been sick.
I would have been so upset.
Everybody would have been upset.
Exactly. Like, you waited 5 years after they killed your dad to pull this shit.
Fucking got him.
Honestly.
Oh my god, that would have fucked me up big time if she just pulled some shit like that.
Yeah, right? Shit. Because, I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't fully trust Nebula until Endgame. It literally took until Endgame for me to fully trust Nebula.
Right. And even then, not until halfway through the movie.
Exactly.
It was like, oh, okay, she killed herself. We're legit.
They are like at the third act. Like it took the
Third
third act
act, she-
until the Endgame for me to fully trust Nebula.
What if they switched?
No.
No.
What do you mean? What do you mean? No.
I'm just pulling up random bullshit.
Yeah, you're just like you're trying to pull a fast one here. No, Jarron.
But I think my only other gripe was fuck, it was some. Oh yeah. So remember when fucking Ant-Man's like, after they do the snap and Smart Hulk loses his arm.
Right.
Ant-Man goes walking out, it's like, oh, the birds, the trees, and then fucking gets blown up.
Yeah. Yeah.
He died. He fucking straight up died right then and there.
No, we didn't.
At least he should have.
You think
Jomel,
so?
we literally saw his body get fucking blasted. There
Well, he
was no way
shrunk.
to predict. Yeah, he shrunk in time, sure, but like, there's no fucking way he even saw that coming.
14 million to 1, Jarron. 14 million to 1.
Yeah. 14 million to 1 could be all the Avengers die, and then they last one's able to snap Thanos, and then he dies. Yeah, 14 million to 1. That's where Earth is safe. Everyone else dies.
I mean,
I'm just
No, no,
saying,
no.
there's no fucking way he saw that coming.
I mean, maybe he instinctively just shrunk because literally.
Instinctively shrunk. His
Yeah.
helmet was down.
Yeah, but when he shrinks, it comes back on automatically. So
Yeah, the time it would have had to have taken from him to because I'm assuming the rocket practically hit his ass in the face because he got blown back.
it wasn't. It was. I mean, it didn't hit him. It hit like the tree, and then the force would have killed him.
It's
quote
the
unquote.
fire. No, not just the force. The fucking Okay, no bullshit. Even if he shrank down, he fucking died from the fire.
Just a little just sparked up like.
It just
From the fucking
literally
flame.
it filled the room. He died. He is a dead man.
14
They
million
just
to 1,
didn't want to
Jarron.
kill him off.
14 million to 1. That's all.
No, that's not what that means.
Yes, that does. Out of
No.
every pot,
It means 14 million to 1. That's how we beat Thanos.
Yeah, exactly. That's a lot of combinations to get to that one.
Yeah, but that does. He could have died in that combination.
He could have, but not in that one.
'Cause think about it. He was he was practically useless up until they figured out the time machine, or until they got back and did the snap. They didn't need him anymore. What was he doing there? He helped Wasp turn on the machine. Wasp could have done that herself.
Yeah.
He was pointless after that.
You mean
So they could have just killed his ass off.
You're saying that his death would have been fine?
It would have been fine. Like, it would have made sense, He was standing there, helmet down. Thanos
I
launched his
guess.
attack and
you
blew
can't-
him the shit up.
But you can't have Avengers assemble without Giant Man, Jarron.
Right.
Punching
Giant
shit.
man.
Punching Leviathans out of the air and stomping on motherfuckers.
You right, but still doesn't make it right.
Okay, yeah, maybe. I honestly thought he died too. I honestly thought he died too, but when they showed him like shrunk, like, oh shit, he actually lived.
Yeah,
All right,
no, there was no fucking way.
I'll fucking roll with it. This is Paul
But
Rudd.
that's why
I'll
you thought
fucking
he
roll with it.
died. Yeah, but you had to because there was there was no doubt in my mind when he got hit by that he died. I was like, oh, he's fucking gone.
I mean,
Like
what was your reaction when you found out he lived?
I was like, oh, okay. That's literally what I said. Like, oh, okay. Like, no, he died. They just didn't want to kill him off yet. He's got another movie, I'm assuming.
Probably.
Oh my god, that was some shit, I swear. But yeah, that's pretty much I think that's pretty much all the gripes that I personally had with it. I
So I
can't
mean, what's so as far as enjoying it, your experience
as
with it?
far as far as enjoying it was 10 out of 10. It didn't even feel like it was 3 hours long.
Yeah, same. I know because I mean, granted, that was one of the things I was worried about too. Because even in Infinity War, that was a 2 hour some movie. There were some moments in Infinity War where I felt like they were dragging out certain things. But in this case, I was worried about dragging out moments for
Right.
during the 3 hours. But yeah, no, not at all. I did not feel a 3 hour impact on viewing that. It just kept
Right.
going like a fucking roller coaster.
Kept tickling your butthole just the right way.
Exactly. Kept tickling my ass.
But like I don't honestly don't know what they're gonna do now.
I mean, whatever Phase 4 comes. I mean, they're gonna end off everything else with that Spider-Man movie, and then Phase 4,
Right.
whatever that's
Well,
gonna
yeah,
be.
but like what I'm saying, what are they gonna do? Like in
Oh,
terms of
like a big baddie.
yeah, so I'm assuming Galactus or Doctor
Yeah,
Doom
or both.
because now that Disney owns Fox and subsequently owns whatever held on to the Fantastic Four,
Right.
they can bring them back, bring them
Yeah.
into it,
Mhm.
which means Doom.
Yep.
Uh, but like, fuck, what was I saying? Uh, they'd have to essentially just they're gonna have to reboot fucking Fantastic Four again.
For like the third
I mean,
time.
Spider-Man got two reboots, so it makes
Yeah.
sense.
It took a
So
while to
they're
get
gonna
that
have to
continuity
reboot
right.
that,
Yeah.
right? They're gonna do that.
Mhm.
They're gonna have to introduce a lot of new heroes. They're gonna have to try to fucking scrape the bottom of the barrel to meet all their fucking what is it politically correct needs.
Oh god. Yeah.
Because
I
this
don't.
what I mean by that is
Yeah.
what
I mean, yeah, I know, but go on. Sorry.
what I mean by that is when I say scrape the bottom of the barrel, I'm like there. As far as I don't know that about that many comics. I have a lot of friends that talk about them, so I get like secondhand information from them.
Right.
I've never heard anyone mention a like I've obviously heard like seen and heard of gay characters, but like none of them that's like trans or anything like that. And I'm not so much saying that I wouldn't want that in in the movie. I'm just saying since there are none, you either have to make a new barrel or you're scraping you're fucking you're changing some shit. And
Yeah.
I would greatly prefer just make a new character. Just
I mean, I think
whatever. Don't
haven't they?
make the whole thing about them being fucking trans. Just make a new character.
I mean, haven't they already done that? Haven't they made some new comics and new
No.
characters based off those things now?
In the MCU, all the
Oh.
characters are from pre. That's what I mean. In the
Oh,
MCU,
okay. In the MCU. Okay. I thought you meant like the
yeah, because
comics.
that's
Okay.
what I'm saying. In the MCU, they have to scrape the bottom of the barrel if they're going to continue making new movies and introduce new characters.
Right.
Because people are shouting for, I need this representation, I need this and that and all whatever.
Right.
So I don't know how they're gonna do it. I pray they make a new character and make them cool and not just their character is that they're trans and then that's it. And I have some powers.
Yeah.
I pray to God they don't do that.
Little more personality than that. A little bit more personality than that.
Right. I'm excited to see Rhodey be Captain America, or not
Yeah.
Rhodey.
No, Sam.
The what's his
Sam.
Sam,
Yeah.
the new
Captain
actor Sam.
Falcon. Captain Falcon.
Yeah, Captain Falcon. One of my friends would enjoy that little meme there. But yeah, new Captain Falcon. I swear to God, if he flies around with that fucking shield, that's gonna make me diamonds, but I kind of doubt it.
No, no, I think no. That's what he does in the comics. That's what he does. He flies. He's still Falcon, but he's got the shield, and he's Captain Falcon, or you
But
know,
like
I'm.
the wings are on his arms. As he just switched to a straight up like autonomous wing pack,
I
and
mean,
then has the shield. How's that work?
yes, yeah, pretty much, yeah. Because at least in the comics, he goes. Yeah, his wings are more like a like a backpack now, like like angel wings and shit. And then he carries a shield
Okay.
around. So
Oh, that's fucking sick, dude.
that's gonna be. I mean, that's the only way it will make sense for him to, especially for him to carry around the shield.
Hmm.
You know. So yeah. So
Okay.
at that point, it was either gonna be Bucky or Sam.
Well, it was.
And
I think according to the comics, it was originally supposed to be Bucky, at least for a little while before Bucky gave it to Sam.
oh, okay. Because what I hear is that for Bucky's time as Captain America, it's a lot more dark in terms of his way of doing things, like more kind of like Punisher esque, but not like Punisher, but in that same realm.
Yeah, and he's got a
So
metal arm.
yeah, and his metal arm
That's
is
all he's
like
got.
red, white, and blue and shit.
Right.
Well, Sam's got
I'm s-
wings.
I'm sorry, I just don't like Bucky. I find every reason to not like Bucky.
Is because he's stale.
Maybe because I have to watch Winter Soldier because like
Maybe.
he showed up and it's like Captain America's like Bucky, my butt buddy. I got the Civil War. You can't. He killed your mom, but it's okay. He was mind controlled, and you shouldn't be angry. Oh, I'm gonna suck his dick. I'm gonna ruin all the Avengers just because of Bucky. You know that kind of whole thing.
It's about principle,
That's
Jerron.
probably
It's
that's
about
probably why I didn't
principle.
like Bucky because I thought he was just like an edgy. He was just edgy and Captain Falcon. Fuck. Now you got me saying Captain Falcon. Captain, as Ant-Man said.
The Cap.
The Cap was sucking his dick too hard.
That's what being
But
best
I mean, I
friends is
get
all
they're
about,
best
Jerron.
friends, so I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, Jomel, if you came back and you had a metal arm, I wouldn't fucking be, It's like, oh, we gotta stop Jomel from destroying the universe. Just fucking strap your ass down in a fucking straitjacket and let you sort yourself out. I can visit.
Because that's the way to properly handle things. What a great friend.
Right, because that way you don't get reprogrammed by a secret Hydra soldier again. Think about it. Shield got invaded twice. Shield sucks.
That's why they disbanded.
Right. But speaking of, if I'm pretty curious about this Black Widow movie.
I mean, it's probably gonna be an origin story. Since
I
we
mean,
never got
definitely
her.
it has to be.
Since we never got her origin story, she was gonna just
Right.
thrown in there in Iron Man 2 and be like, "Yep, she's part of the team now." And Hawkeye
You know
too.
what?
Hawkeye was just thrown in Thor,
Right.
but that was
He
like
was in
three
Thor.
seconds.
Was he? I thought he was.
Yeah, he was in the first Thor, but like for 3 seconds, and that's about it.
Oh, okay. Okay. I honestly don't even remember. And I don't remember her actually joining. Like it just feels like she was always there, you know?
Who, Natasha?
Yeah.
Widow? Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
she was in Shield, as long as like when Hawkeye was in Shield. So,
Right, but
well, a little bit after Hawkeye, because Hawkeye was hired to kill her, but he was like, "Nah, fam, you pretty good.
didn't we
Let's
get
team
when
up."
she joined Shield?
Mm,
Was that not in
no, I don't think so. Not that I can recall. I mean, she talked a lot about the story, and there were flashbacks when was it Age of Ultron about her being trained as an assassin.
but
So we
when
got a
was
lot.
she first introduced?
Oh, Iron Man 2.
And
Yeah,
that one was
Iron
that
Man 2.
Iron Man 2 was Age of Ultron, right?
No, Age of Ultron was like Avengers 2.
Okay.
Iron Man 2 was like the second Iron Man movie.
What
That was
what
that
happened in
was
that one?
that was the one where like Stark Expo was a thing. Main bad guy there was Iron Whip. he was a guy
Wait,
that
I
just
thought that
had
was the first
whips.
one.
No, that's the second one. The first one was Ironmonger. That was a bald dude with a giant Iron Man suit and the Taliban and all that good stuff and cheeseburgers.
Right. Like, I gotta watch all these movies again because I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because Iron Man 2 had like the whip, had the Russian whip dude,
Right, I remember that. That was really cool.
and then was it Jason Hammer? Well, it was Tony's other competitor, the Hammer Industries,
Yeah.
and then Widow was assigned to Tony, but not as Widow. She went by as a different alias under Shield, under Shield's orders.
Okay.
And that's when we found out who she really was
Gotcha.
during that movie. And yeah, that was like our first like formal introduction to her as Widow in Iron Man 2.
Okay. Okay. And then in 3, it got weird.
3 got weird with like the Mandarin and PTSD. Oh, yeah, Tony goes through some PTSD moments, anxiety attack.
Oh, I understood that.
Then there was the Molten Man.
Molten Man, and then Pepper got some molten.
Yeah, which she never used in Endgame, unless they fixed her.
Well, they got rid of it. Remember?
Oh, did they? I mean, I never saw it, so I guess they really went up and fixed it then, fixed her up.
Wait, you didn't see the third Iron Man?
No, I did.
Yeah, at the end they said they were gonna get it removed from her.
Oh, okay. I was hoping she'd keep it. That was some pretty cool powers.
Yeah, but apparently it like kills you.
Oh, I mean, it didn't kill Molten Man.
Well, it's like cuts your life in half because it's like
Oh.
it's fucking with your. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought the reason why it was dangerous because while it makes you shit a fuck ton stronger, it's all the nanomachines and whatnot. It's
Right.
also ripping your body apart at a cellular level.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Because it's you shouldn't heat your body up that much.
In a short amount of time, yeah.
Right. I mean, if you can spit literal fucking lava out of your mouth, you probably shouldn't be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how many nanomachines you have.
Yeah, that's true.
But movies don't give a fuck about anatomy.
No, yeah. So what I'm upset about is that Vision's dead for good, technically.
Yeah, he didn't get enough time to shine.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably the most powerful, maybe behind Captain Marvel, in terms of ability wise. No.
Yeah.
I feel like him and Scarlet Witch are a close tie. Just because she can literally rip Thanos in half with space magic.
Well, she's ties. What was it? She has ties to the Soul Stone or something.
Was it the soul? No, it was the Reality Stone.
Was it?
One of the stones.
Well, her powers is red and the Reality Stone's red, so I guess maybe it was Reality Stone.
Maybe, but yeah. And same thing with Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel had ties with the Tesseract, which is the space gem,
Space Stone. Yeah.
Space Stone, yeah. And then Vision is literally the Mind Stone. So yeah, he couldn't have lived without the Mind Stone implanted in his brain anyway.
Which fucking sucks.
Yeah. I wish I
Wait,
that out,
which
though.
begs the question: what'd they do with it?
What? Oh, the Mind Stone?
The Mind Stone, because they went to go return all the stones back to the original place.
Yeah.
But the Mind Stone was originally in the Vision. Was he just like, I guess we'll just hold on to it?
Well, no, the Mind Stone that they took back was in the Scepter. That's the one they took in that timeline, in that part of the time. Like maybe they just put it back in the Scepter, maybe.
Wait, where'd the Scepter come from again? Is that
Thanos?
the one Loki had?
Yeah. No, Loki had the one that he got from Thanos.
Okay, gotcha.
Now, my one thing is though, he returned the Soul Stone too. So...
Yeah, what do you do? What he's like? He just go back to the Red Skull guy. It's like, here you go. It's like, what? He's just like, what? What are you doing?
Exactly.
Just toss it back in there. We don't need any more. Oh, okay. There's no protocol for this.
Exactly.
And what about the Power Stone? A fucking collector had it.
Give it back to the collector.
No.
You gotta put it back, Jarron, otherwise the branching timelines will destroy the
What do you mean the
universe.
branching timelines? That was their timeline that happened. The only time that they had to go...
No, they brought it back in when Quill got it.
Right. You're right. So they, right.
So
Right. I
Quill,
forgot they went back, grabbed the time stones from the other times. I forgot.
yeah, all the stones are from different timelines, and
Their timeline stones are gone
yeah, and
because
that's what
Thanos destroyed them.
created the branching timelines of the ones
Right.
that are missing a stone.
Right.
Like the
Never
like
mind then.
like when Hulk took the time stone, and that branching timeline, Dormammu fucks with Earth or fucked Earth
Right.
because they don't have the time stone.
Right.
And I guess it would be the same premise in terms of like the rest of the other stones and how they would work, and if they were taken away from that point in time and then branch off
Hmm.
into like nothingness.
Right.
Which I gotta say, they made time traveling a lot more simpler in this movie, at least in the MCU.
Thank God.
Because that was one thing I was worried about. Like, I mean, I was fine if they're gonna go about it like Steins Gateway. I can at least understand that.
No. No.
Time,
We don't do that.
I mean, the concept of world lines is a lot simpler than Back to the Future, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because literally just separate timelines that coexist at the same time.
Well,
It just
theirs is just it's just one timeline until you go back in time.
yeah, until you go back and then you fuck with it and that. But the thing is though,
Then it makes branching paths.
yeah. But the thing is though, you don't go back to the branching path. You go back. You can't. You go back to your timeline, which nothing happens.
Right. Right.
Which is good because again, they made time traveling simpler in this context, which is really good.
Right.
I was
I
thinking
mean,
about
people don't want to have to sit there and wrap their heads around what the fuck's going on.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's funny how they tried to explain it in the movie, but like, you know what? It's okay. The the Sorcerer Supreme I finally was able to get it when the Sorcerer Supreme explained it. So,
Hmm.
which is a good visual representation of how time works in that sense.
They did that on purpose. They had to.
They kind of I would think they would have to just because time traveling is
Hmm.
one hell of a fucking beast to put into
Right.
a 22 movie 11 years in the making situation there.
But that
Especially
does kind of make me. Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead, yeah.
I was gonna say that kind of makes me upset
With what?
about that whole scene with the master
Oh, what do you
when
mean?
she force palmed Bruce Banner out of his body.
Yeah.
I was fully expecting Hulk to get up and just start fucking wrecking shit.
Oh, well, because I
Fully
mean,
expecting it.
really? I
Yeah,
mean,
because think about
there's,
it. They're
there's
sharing the body.
well, no, the Hulk and Bruce Banner are the same person technically. Technically, they are. It just one's berserker, one's chilled out.
I mean, technically, as in a sense that two souls share one body. So they,
Well,
and
that's the thing.
by by that time they coagulate it.
Well, that's the
But
thing.
when she pushed Bruce out,
Only is the Hulk a separate soul?
I would say so.
Really?
They're
I
two
was.
different people.
I
They're
mean,
two
someone with
two different
schizophrenia still.
personalities.
Someone with schizophrenia still has one soul.
Yeah, and they also have two different memories. Remember that.
No,
Yeah,
no.
when Hulk when they finally turned back. So in Thor Ragnarok, when Hulk finally turned back into Bruce Banner, he
Oh, in
didn't remember.
Ragnarok.
He thought they
Yeah.
were still on Earth. He didn't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe
Two
in that.
two diff.
Well, maybe I mean in the context of that, again, like you said, their souls mended into one, so it ended up being because the Hulk and Banner became Professor Hulk, which is also Banner, so Banner
Right.
was mostly the only person in charge in terms of soul wise.
Hmm. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm. It's fine that she force palmed him out and then they had to talk it out. That's fine. But
Mm.
like, I think it would have been cool just extra 15 minutes to the movie to have she force palms Banner out because Hulk is pretty is his docile ish now, and pretty docile, yeah.
Mm.
After pushing Banner out, that limiter is gone, so Hulk's like and starts freaking the fuck out, and then
Just go
now
full
Sorcerer
Arnie.
Supreme has to fight Hulk and calm him down or whatever. I think that would have
Maybe
just been a cool scene.
that'd have been cool.
But then I guess people just didn't want to see Hulk lose again.
He did it. There was already an entire movie without him there
All right.
prior. So
Honestly, it was kind of sad that we didn't get like Hulk. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the
like
idea of
Professor Hulk.
Professor Hulk. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, because like
but
we never the last time we ever see Hulk smash was Ragnarok, and part of
Right.
Endgame. I don't know, part of Infinity War.
Right.
So
It's just kind of a little disappointing that we only got him, doing his little throwing a bike and punching a
uh,
car just to try to psych himself up.
and also kind of blend in a sense
Yeah.
because they are literally in the time in the previous timeline. Oh, so
Right.
now I talked about this. I talked about this with Martrell a while ago as well.
Mhm.
And so remember when Cap went back? Cap went back in time to return all the shit,
Yeah.
and then he didn't come back.
Mhm.
Now, and then they found old Cap at the
Mhm.
bench, some
Yeah.
fuckery away.
Yeah.
So, knowing that and knowing that Cap, lived his life,
Mhm.
that means Cap has been around the entire time since 45, in the
All
context
right.
of
So
everything.
to explain that, I guess they didn't get a chance to put this detail in the movie, but in one of the interviews with the director, he said that he used the time travel thing to go back to that time and return the stuff to him.
Yeah.
So that old Cap, once he got older, went forward in time, went to jump to that timeline to do that, and then went back home to his own timeline, to his new timeline. So he used time travel to be there.
Wait, hold on. What?
So when Captain America
Right.
goes back in time to live out his life with Peggy, whatever the fuck her name is,
Yeah.
he lived out his life, and when he
Mm-hmm.
got older, he decided to use the time travel thing again to go back to his original timeline, give them the shield, say all that stuff to Sam, and then he went back to his timeline.
Wait, so that old Cap is a different Cap from a different
No, that
timeline?
Cap is the original Cap, but he lived out his life and then went back to his original timeline as an old man to give them the shield.
So that Cap. So wait, so is that Cap from the future? No, hold on. Uh,
It's
wait,
difficult
what do
to
you
so okay.
wait? Hold
So,
on. What are you trying to say in this case?
all right, so original timeline, right?
Right.
Original timeline. We'll call him Captain America A. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Captain America A. Okay, so we have timeline A and timeline B and Captain America A. Okay.
All right. Wait, where's
Captain America
Endgame?
A. What?
Where's where's the
This it's
Endgame timeline?
there's no different Captain America.
Okay.
It's only this Captain America. I'm just saying A for the sake of knowing that it's just Captain America A.
Right.
Captain America A is currently on the timeline that we know that the movie happened on.
Mm-hmm.
Timeline A. Captain jumps back, returns all the stones to wherever
Right.
in timeline B or wherever timeline they got them from, and then
Mm-hmm.
went to timeline B to live out his life. Okay.
Okay.
So shit happens, I guess. Whatever the fuck happens. I guess technically he got snapped. Or no, maybe I don't know. It's a little complicated, but we're assuming that Captain America lived until he was old.
Right.
So he's Captain America A is currently on the B timeline. So he decides at some point in time while still in timeline B to take his shield, the new one that he has now, or the one he
Mm-hmm.
never, I guess, never got rid of because he's went back and yeah, he takes that shield, brings it to timeline A, just after he left to timeline B to give it to Sam and say, "Hey, I lived out my life, blah 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 blah."
Oh, so okay. So the MCU that we know is timeline A in this context.
Yes, we're the one we know is timeline A. The one he went to is timeline B.
Oh. Okay, I guess that one makes it a lot manageable to understand.
Right, because by the time he started going back, they had plenty of pin particles,
Right. Because that
and even then, in his own timeline, he still created them so he could still get back.
Mm-hmm.
So he had plenty of ways to get back to the original timeline,
Well, his
timeline
timeline
A.
B, or yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what happened. Now, I wish they did explain that because it didn't really make sense
Yeah,
without that explanation.
I was sort of going on with the impression that he was there, that Old Cap was there the entire time,
Right,
because since he went back and lived the rest of his life, means he never came back. He lived, meaning he lived through all the other movies. Like, he's technically there and everything else, and he just happened.
right,
And then he knew that he had to be there at that same moment when he left, when younger him left back. I was gonna go on that
no,
impression, since with no
right,
explanation.
right. But then that gets in a whole thing. Well, if that's true, then technically, um, he'd be he'd be sitting there the entire time that they set up the machine in the forest
Yeah, exactly. That's
or
that
hiding somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting at. Like I
Yeah,
would
but no, he
I'd
just
actually.
poured it to that spot.
Oh, okay. Knowing that that's where he would have to go next.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Um,
I guess that's a little bit better to understand. Makes a little bit more sense.
yeah. Again, wish they put that in the movie, but I mean, you can say that it's that whatever the director says isn't canon, so you could just like fucking what's her fuck, uh, J.K. Rowling's just making up bullshit for her movie and her book that the director could just be making up bullshit after it came out. So
Yeah, I guess.
you could say that, but that's what he said. There were a
Hmm.
couple other holes that I don't exactly remember, but
I mean, the only thing they should have thought about when they were doing the whole plan is that they probably shouldn't have taken Nebula back in time. Because again, if Nebula wasn't there at all, the third act would never have happened.
that is true. But no one knew that that was gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, okay. I guess Doctor Strange knew, but he wasn't there to say, "Hey,
Oh
he
yeah,
was dead." Up
yeah,
until,
yeah. He was dusted up. So
but that begs the question that it was weird that there was no timeline where Thanos didn't come back.
like back in time to stop them from
Yeah,
going back in time.
yeah. So he could have. I feel like he could have said, "All right, no matter what, Nebula's gonna be your friend eventually. Don't let her go back in time with you."
Mm-hmm.
Bam. Third act doesn't exist anymore. Because
Yeah,
what purpose did she serve other than helping getting into that thing to get the Tesseract
in the Power Stone.
with Quinn, the Power Stone with Quinn? They could have just
Um.
sent anyone with something strong enough to go into that portal. She literally could have just said, "This is how you do it."
Yeah, I mean,
I,
she also could have warned them about the Soul Stone too.
well, yeah, but I feel like she might just be dumb. Maybe this is the whole thing. That's why she always lost to Gamora because she's dumb.
Like it's.
I mean, think about it. She flopped twice. Okay,
It's
okay. The first one wasn't her fault. She wouldn't have known
her like
that her system would link up with the that timeline, or maybe
right.
she should have because she's whatever.
I
But
mean, I feel like
again, that plays to the whole thing. She's dumb.
and also like she should have like. I mean, I did talk about this with like I did talk to Marcelo about this too. And because I
Uh
had I had an issue too, where like she still had enough time to go back in times, and she wouldn't have been captured by Thanos in the first place if she went back right
I
after
don't know what she.
right after she found out that oh no, I'm actually linked with my old self. Instead of trying to
Right, time
call
to fucking go back. Right,
Hawkeye in them, she could have just went back in time and wouldn't have been captured in the first place, risking the third act.
right.
But apparently, if she did go back in time, um, Thanos would have been able to see the other memories of 9 years in the future, and then know that the Soul Stone was on Vormir, and then probably fucked with Widow and Hawkeye at Vormir
True.
because remember
That's true.
they didn't get the Soul Stone right away. They took their time with that shit because for one thing they had to figure out where to go, and then for another thing they had to figure out who had to die.
Right.
So that would have been enough time for Thanos to realize the Soul Stone on Vormir, as well as fuck both their shit up, and still get the Soul
Right.
Stone. So,
That's a good point.
in a sense, Nebula in that sense was like a was a stall.
Hmm.
Then again, granted, still risking the third act of him going back to the future
I
and shit.
guess. I guess that's a good point.
Yeah.
But still, she could have said something.
What about the Soul Stone?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. But other than my experience with it though, I like. Okay, so it's like you said, Endgame. I fucking loved Endgame. I definitely
Hmm.
say the 10 out of 10. At the very least, a 9 out of 10.
Hmm.
Um, see, when I left Infinity War that year ago, that left me wanting more
Right.
at the end. Now, Endgame, it gave me that as well as it gave me more after that as well. But it was such a somber thing leaving the theater because I left the theater walk out of the theater from Endgame the same way I left the theater Infinity War. I drove home in silence, just absorbing everything. I didn't have nothing, and I was just dazed with fucking Avengers.
Hmm.
And then at the end of the night, so I really enjoyed it. It's sad to see because we. It's sad to see that we lost both Cap and Tony in a sense,
You mean and fucking Black Widow, you piece of shit,
and Vision, and
and Vision.
we lost Vision a year ago, so
Yeah,
we had
we already prepared.
we've had
We
enough time.
already prepared that, right?
Yeah, but yeah, we lost Widow. We lost Widow. We lost Vision. Did we lose someone else? I feel like we lost someone else. No, we didn't lose anyone else.
Quicksilver,
That was
if he
like,
counts.
I mean, that was like one Avengers movie ago. That was Age of Ultron.
Yeah, no one gave a
So
shit about him. Oh no, he was pretty cool.
he was cool. I mean, I liked his character. You know, spunky little Sokovian that could
But
move
it would have.
fast.
I feel like it would have been hard to give him a point.
What do you mean? As a character?
Like, yeah,
Like if you were to live past Age of Ultron?
yeah, because like, what would he do? Where would he be? Because Scarlet Witch is having her relationship with the Vision, which is great because he's discovering his humanity. So
Right.
there's the character arc for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Then what would he be doing?
He would have swiped the glove off of Thanos. He would have he would he, honestly I think he would have been a bonus during Infinity War.
Yeah, but he's not that fast.
He's pretty fast.
He's fast, but not. He's not like
Quicksilver.
Flash fast.
True, but he's the Flash of Marvel in this case.
Right. But they could have
So
done better. Well, I don't know. I feel like fucking what's her face. Captain Marvel's now the Flash of because remember she can fly across space at fucking light speed
oh yeah. I don't, well,
or probably faster because it she
I don't know.
certain light years away, so she has to move faster than that because it takes light years are measured in the year that it would take in the time it would take light to reach something. So
True.
yeah,
And speaking of Captain Marvel,
much yeah.
and speaking of Captain Marvel, it's funny how she did the exact same thing when she first came back because just
What not have a
fucking
personality?
well,
Got
no, but
him.
I'm talking about javelin missile her way through the fucking ship when she came back.
uh,
So I mean, it works. I mean, because Matthias was telling me like that she did the exact same thing when she did in any other large fleet scenario, which is literally just bust through the whole ship. And I mean, it works. That's why she does it.
yeah.
She does it. It fucking blasted that whole ship.
Hmm.
So
Also, one thing that didn't make sense to me. So, all right, so yeah, okay. Another gripe that I had about Infinity War is when Captain Marvel was fighting Thanos, right?
uh-huh.
So, remember when she was trying to pull the glove off his hand and he
Right.
headbutted her and it did nothing?
Yeah.
So why did that do nothing? But all the times before, he was like pulling her around, throwing her ass and shit. Like what? What happened?
I mean, well, there's weight and then there's resistance. There's a difference, I guess.
I
She probably,
guess.
she weighs the same, so Thanos can, flop her around because she doesn't weigh a lot. But if you were to punch her in the face, she's not gonna falter because she's got a pretty high resistance to physical damage, unless it's the Power Stone.
That's fair. That's fair.
So
Man, the Power Stone just said fuck that.
yeah, exactly. I found that to be. I actually found that to be like beautiful. Actually, how Thanos just cheekily just took out one of the stones and just fucked with her. Yeah, that was actually a really smart move. Because you can't, because he has to make a fist to actually use the glove.
Right.
Unless he took one of the stones and raw dogged it and
Right.
used it by itself.
Though, as I recall, the fucking Soul Stone or Power Stone nearly killed everybody just by touching it.
I mean, Thanos is a Mad Titan, so I think he's
Right.
more than. I mean, he can hold multiple. He can hold all the Infinity Stones at the same time. So I think he's fine raw dogging a Power Stone.
That's a good point.
So I mean, he's not Ronan the Accuser.
Right.
So.
But yeah. All in all, excellent movie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do want to actually see it again because it was just that fucking good.
I'll say as much. I saw it twice. Because the first time was me just enjoying it, in the moment, and the second time was me analyzing everything. Because I needed the second viewing to really analyze what I just saw the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely will recommend seeing it again. So, yeah. But overall,
if you haven't watched it or watched any of the Marvel movies, I can't recommend it enough.
And we've got 22 of them, so it's a lot of options.
Yeah, well, you have a lot ahead of you.
No, I'm just saying you have a lot of options. There's also too like any of the Marvel. You got a lot of options in terms of MCU movies.
Right.
So take your pick and kind of go off.
Just don't be a piece of shit. Just like, oh, it's popular. I gotta hate it. Don't be a fucking.
No, yeah, you're right.
What do I want to call it? A malignant zygote.
A malignant zygote. Wow. Okay.
Don't be the malignant cell in the body that is this community. I guess the movie community, not the anime community.
Mm-hmm. Don't be the cancer.
Don't be more cancerous than we are.
No, you're fucking right. But we have been going on for a little bit.
Speaking of cancer.
I'm sorry.
Has it been 2 hours already?
It's been an hour and 12. Did you want to say something?
Just real quick before we end.
Yeah, go ahead.
The new Sonic movie.
Oh yes.
We're talking about movies.
Mm-hmm.
I am sad. Happy that Jim Carrey's doing Eggman.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that at all.
Right.
But like, why who approved that? Who approved that design?
Somebody did. Somebody had to, and be like, you know what?
Someone
that
needs
looks
to be fired.
I mean,
I don't mean the person that animated it.
The person that approved the design.
The person that said do it like this and then approved it. Those people need to be fired.
I mean, you did hear about the news updating that, right? So.
Yeah, I heard the news that they're updating it to hopefully make him look a bit less like a child in fucking furry footy pajamas. No, like a child in a literal fursuit. That's what he looks like. He looks like a child in a fursuit. I don't like it.
Yeah. Jarron, I would have been fine if they literally just put out a blue gerbil, an anatomically correct blue hedgehog, and call that Sonic. I would have been completely fine with that.
That would have been amazing.
Give it to me like G-Force, and we're fucking great.
Oh my fucking god. If it was literally a hedgehog with like little red shoes.
Yes, exactly. I would have been completely fine.
Darting around. That would have been amazing.
Like, this is gotta go fast, and you see a fucking hedgehog, of like an anatomically correct hedgehog, zipping around grabbing golden rings and shit. I would have been completely fine with that. You had
What the fuck?
if you had Jim Carrey fighting an anatomically correct hedgehog.
Wait, is it the same size of regular hedgehog or is it
Yes.
like big?
No, it's the same size. Like a literal small hedgehog. I would have been fine with that.
100%. I'm ready for it. I need
See,
that. Oh man.
it's either you go like source material accurate or natural accurate. You know, at this point, I'm kind of going. I'm either ball. At this point,
Yeah. Don't meet me in between. Go. It has to be an extreme.
it has to be an extreme of either or, just because it has to at least look good.
But
At
that
least
does raise the question. Oh,
what?
sorry. Go on.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that does raise the question. Why do we get something like fucking Sonic that just looks like fucking Nightmare on Elm Street or whatever? But then we get Detective Pikachu and everyone's correct. They just have the texture that they probably should have.
Right.
That's the only thing that's different about them is their texture. And that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
So
you're
why
gonna superimpose something fake into a movie. Yes, it has to have texture, otherwise it won't look right. But
Mm-hmm.
like, they didn't change it outside of that.
Right. So why do we have that? Well, it's because we don't have the artist from Detective Pikachu working on Sonic. That's why. Somebody on that
But like,
someone on that team on Detective Pikachu knows what the fuck they're talking. Knows what they're green lighting there. And
right?
Sonic, they're like, yeah, that looks pretty good. It looks a little blue, but he's fine. You know? No, it's not.
I'm
Fucking
just saying, like, what process is it to think that change? So okay, yes, Sonic has not been doing well at all. Sonic Boom. So even when they changed the design in Sonic Boom, they still stayed true to the whole idea.
mm-hmm.
They just gave him a scarf and some tape for some reason.
And his arms are blue now.
Yeah, and his arms are fucking yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Uh, so what? How do you make that leap? It's like, oh, he looks too cartoony to superimpose into reality. Like fucking
I mean, probably. That's probably what they were
sure,
going
but
with.
like sure, but like let's look at Alvin and the Chipmunks for example.
I mean, they're actually chimpunks.
Yeah, they're actually chipmunks. So all right, maybe that's a bad example. Like
Actually, no,
the
I'm no. That's it.
Smurfs.
Well, is that a better example?
Maybe that's not a good example.
Go back to
All right, so
chipmunks.
yeah, Alvin and the Chipmunks. Alvin
That's a
and the
better
Chipmunks.
example.
So when they're in the cartoon, you know, they're big. They're not the size of chipmunks. They're bigger. They're fucking.
Yeah, they're like the size of
They
children.
at least come up to your thigh, you know.
Yeah.
And but they're cartoony. They, fat cheeks. They're cartoony. They're old style cartoony. When they brought them to the big screen, they said, "All right, we need to give them texture. We need to make them look kind of like chipmunks." Sure, but they didn't do very much. They still look very cartoony,
Yeah.
and it's
like.
fine.
Mm-hmm.
So why are we trying to make things look real or
Hyper-realistic?
different or something? Yeah.
I don't even know the answer to that question. I mean, the only thing I could think of is conceptualizing it in a reality spectrum.
I don't know.
I mean, again, Detective Pikachu did it well. Did it much better.
Did it better.
So-
They did it perfectly. They just gave the Pokemon texture and left them alone.
Yeah, exactly. But
No. Oh, no, that's false. Psyduck looks not Psyduck. Lickitung looks fucking terrifying.
I mean, that's what
Have you
Lickitung
seen
will
him?
look. Yeah, no, I've seen it. That's what Lickitung will look like in the wild, though.
No, Lickitung in the game looks adorable. This thing looks like a fucking what? Like I'm not good at references, but like a fucking R.L. Stein reject. Like, come on, fucking that. It's some spooky shit. I'm telling you. But even that, it's one out of all the Pokemon that are shown. Sure that
Mhm.
some of them look a little goofy with texture, but like
Yeah.
that's the point. They're gonna look goofy. That's fine. They're cartoon beings being superimposed into reality. They're gonna look a little goofy. If you don't change the design at all, yes. But like I don't know what they did with Psyduck, and I don't know what the fuck they're doing with Psyduck. like a tongue, and I don't know what they're doing with fucking Sonic, but just leave them as they are and give them texture. It's fine. We'll get it. We understand. We're not going to be fooled.
Yeah.
Children aren't going to be fooled. They're not, kids are dumb, but they're not fucking, you know, what's the word? They can tell fantasy from reality. They get
Mm-hmm.
it.
Exactly. Even if you went with the actual realistic blue hedgehog, they know that they know for one thing there's no such thing as a blue hedgehog. They can go
Right. I
fast.
mean, right.
So
Exactly. They'll be like, "Oh, Daddy, look, I want a blue hedgehog." I'm like, those don't exist. Yeah, I know, but I still want one.
yeah,
You know.
exactly.
And kids, kids. What age group is Sonic appealing to? Like, come on now. They were trying to appeal to us when back in the day when we were like, what, like pretty cognitive. So eight to like what,
uh,
13 maybe. I don't know.
I would say like maybe 12, but
12. Yeah. So they know that we know that Sonic doesn't look like that.
mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just think that was a very strange design choice.
No, yeah, definitely. And actually, after they announced the change, the creator of Sonic actually like tweeted out that he was actually grateful that the studio was gonna go back and rework it.
Oh, thank
So,
God.
so even the original creator is like, yeah, Jesus Christ, thank you for changing your mind from that
Right.
horrendous fucking. I mean, like, granted, it came out a lot of good memes came out of it, you know.
Mhm.
At this point, just give me a hyper realistic Uganda Knuckles, and we'll call it a day. So, you know.
Right.
Which also begs the question: you think Tails and Knuckles are gonna be in that movie, like cameo wise?
Maybe a cameo if they're trying to set up a second movie.
Mm-hmm.
I pray to God it's Uganda Knuckles. Oh, they will never, ever, never in a billion years do it. But I just need it to be that fucking 14 billionth one, 14th billionth universe where we
Million.
get Uganda Knuckles as regular Knuckles. Oh my God, I would fucking die right there. That would be the best thing in the world. But they'll never do it. They'll
No.
never fucking do it. Ah, that would be amazing.
Yeah, definitely. But speaking of which, I am gonna be seeing Detective Pikachu when that comes out this coming week. So I'll definitely be making a video on that and how that turns out, and I'll give you my thoughts on that as well. So, but until then, we'll have to wait, and we have been going on for a little bit now. So, as always, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading us. We're still getting up to that 2K total download mark. Once we get there, we will let you guys know. But as always, my name is Jomel Sakaro.
My name is Jarron Gaddis.
And we are the Wannabe Boo Podcast, bringing you the latest and greatest game anime news, reviews, and waifus for life.
Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll talk to you next time.